বিকাশ স্বরূপ এই মুহূর্তে সাংবাদিকদের মুখোমুখি সরাসরি নিয়ে যাব সাংবাদিক বৈঠকে।
Of terror attacks all around the world, including the most recent one in New York. So we hope that increasingly the international community will continue to see the validity of ensuring that Pakistan is made to stop its state sponsorship of terrorism. Vinita?
Because yesterday we saw Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif raising Kashmir issue and talking more about Kashmir than his own country at the UNGA. Pakistan has been actually knocking all doors in the world and trying to make Kashmir a central point of discussion. How do you see Pakistan's effort to politicize Kashmir, and how does India actually plan to counter that?
Well, as you know, 2 days have passed since the high-level debate in the United General Assembly began. In each of these days, 25 countries have spoken. So which means if you count the 2 days, then 50 countries have already spoken. The UN Secretary General himself has spoken and has outlined what he believes to be the primary areas of concern. If you look at all the statements that have been made so far, no one, I repeat, no one, has referred to the issue that Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif devoted 80% of his speech to. On the contrary, virtually every statement has referred to terrorism as the main threat to international peace and security, a fact that Pakistan still remains in denial of. 4 of the 5 members of the Security Council have also spoken, and their statements are also available for all to see. In fact, the only permanent member of the Security Council which has not spoken is Russia, and I think you are all aware of Russia's position on terrorism as well. As far as the so-called dossier is concerned, that Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif is believed to have given to the UN Secretary General, you have seen the readout given by the Secretary General's office. It makes no mention of the dossier. It does not talk about the Secretary General wanting to intervene in Jammu and Kashmir. In fact, the Secretary General has very wisely said that this issue needs to be settled bilaterally. In addition, as I have already pointed out, you have seen the flurry of bilateral statements issued by all the major world capitals condemning the Uri terror attack in the strongest possible terms. So I think this itself makes very clear how successful Pakistan's diplomatic strategy has been. Srinjoy?
Sir, you've heard Maleha Lodhi speaking about the Pakistani and Indian nuclear program and equating them. You have also heard Nawaz Sharif speaking about Pakistan's membership, his proposal to be a member of the NSG. How do you react to it?
See, our position on this issue has been made very clear on a number of occasions. We believe that issues pertaining to nuclear disarmament do not have regional solutions. These are global issues, and our position on these issues, our engagement with global forums which are dealing with these issues, is a matter of record. Parikshit.
Sir, Pakistan is now increasingly finding itself isolated in the entire SAARC region. We've seen very strong statements from Bangladesh and Afghanistan. Would you now urge SAARC nations to actually consider whether they really want to participate in the SAARC summit in Islamabad or not, and have the developments since Sunday affected India's decision as well?
Look, I cannot comment on that, but SAARC stands for regional cooperation, which is underpinned by peace and stability. The biggest threat to peace and stability, we all know, is terrorism. Squarely addressing this challenge will benefit the entire region and also strengthen regional cooperation. I'm sure all member countries of SAARC need to reflect on this. You spoke about, coordination with Bangladesh and with Afghanistan. I cannot go into that, but certainly I think all victims of terrorism do stand in solidarity. Yeah, I think Manish Chand.
Because apart from expressions of solidarity and condemnation and all that we're getting, what are the diplomatic levers we have to make it very costly for Pakistan to persist on this path. For example, scrapping of the Indus water. That's number one. Number two, just wanted a confirmation, has Russia cancelled a joint exercise? First question, that what are the diplomatic levers we have apart from, as part of our isolate Pakistan strategy?
Well, whatever diplomatic levers or leverages or blueprint we have, I'm certainly not going to discuss that in a public forum. And certainly I'm not going to debate that in the media. Our actions speak for themselves, and you are already seeing our actions are delivering results. Mukesh?
Sir, our representative in UN called Pakistan a terrorist state. How prudent or wise it is to have diplomatic relations with a terrorist state?
Look, first of all, I don't know which statement you are referring to. I think we refer to Pakistan as a country which, practices terrorism as a matter of state policy. If that is what you're referring to, now you're saying that why should we have diplomatic relations with Pakistan? Well, as you know, yesterday only, we called in their High Commissioner. We confronted him with evidence of Pakistani involvement in the latest terror attack in Uri. We conveyed to him also Pakistani involvement in earlier terror attacks, the Poonch terror attack, the capture of Bahadur Ali, etc. And we told him that if you would like to conduct an investigation, we are ready to assist you in that. Now, such demarches can only be made if you have diplomatic relations. So I think you will agree that having diplomatic relations do serve a useful purpose. Charu, at the back.
In the statement after the Foreign Secretary summoned the Pakistan High Commissioner yesterday, you mentioned right at the end that we now expect a response from Pakistan. Could you just help us understand what kind of response we're looking at, that we would expect and want, A, and B, what is the time frame we're looking at within which we would expect a response?
Well, considering 8 years have passed since the Mumbai attack trial, has been dragging on, I don't think we have kept a time frame. Obviously, it's in the interest of Pakistan to act as swiftly as it can on the perpetrators of terror, which it has harbored and which have been conducting terror attacks in India. So, Foreign Secretary has basically conveyed to to the Pakistan High Commissioner here the irrefutable proof that we have of Pakistani involvement. We have also conveyed our willingness to share fingerprint and DNA evidence should Pakistan be serious about investigating it. And now the onus, as I said, is on Pakistan. The démarche has happened only yesterday. So let us see when we receive a response from Pakistan. Ashish.
सर, पहले जो सवाल पूछा गया, हमारा जो राइट टू रिप्लाई है उसमें वी हैव यूज्ड द टर्म टेरर स्टेट. ऐसा नहीं है कि उसको इम्प्लाई किया जा रहा है, वो ये टर्म हमने यूज़ किया है. तो क्या सर ऐसे में प्रधानमंत्री अभी भी सार्क सम्मेलन में हिस्सा लेने उस टेरर स्टेट में जाएंगे या नहीं जाएंगे? इस बारे में कोई फैसला हुआ है या नहीं? क्यों
नहीं, इसका देखिए आशीष, मैं जवाब अभी दे ही चुका हूँ. तो आप दोबारा अपना जो प्रश्न है वो व्यर्थ कर दिया है.